Hello, my friends, and welcome to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. And I'm battling my chair. And I'm enjoying a tasty beverage. Well, my friends, it's my birthday. That's right. September 16th. Me and Robin Yount, Peter Falk, Sophia Loren. I'm pretty sure about Sophia Loren, although don't quote me on that one. And I think Richard Marx, who I have actually seen in concert more than any other recording artist. Does that impress you? It's my birthday. And so you get the presents. We're doing a day-night doubleheader. I haven't done a Saturday morning game in some time, so I used to do them regularly, but I don't know. I changed to the evening. So now we're going to do a morning and an evening or late afternoon doubleheader. This morning we are doing On Deck Baseball. And I'm going to tell you all about this. Tonight at 6 p.m. Central, it's the return of Payoff Pitch to my channel. And so you're getting On Deck Baseball this morning. You get a chance to find some cake for yourself in the afternoon, and then come on back at 6 p.m. Central for Payoff Pitch. Which is going to be a fun one. So this is going to be a fun day, fun birthday. This is On Deck Baseball Pro that I'm holding in my hand right here. And this particular expansion is called Playoff Replay Number 1. Now, the folks at On Deck Baseball, when they do a playoff replay set, all of the players that were eligible to play in that season's playoff are carded. So you can do a full as-played lineup replay. And of course, my friends, using the as-played lineups is important, because if we don't, heads explode all over this great land of ours. Well, with On Deck Baseball, you can do just that. This is Playoff Replay Number 1. Playoff Replay Number 1 includes the following clubs: the 1986 Mets and Astros, the 1986 Angels and Red Sox, and the 1961 Yankees and Reds. Many, many, many interesting teams, and all of them have their full playoff rosters. In fact, sometimes they even have more than that. I know that, for example, the 78 Yankees, Willie Randolph was injured for that playoff, both for the ALCS as well as for the World Series, and that's what brought Brian Doyle his 15 minutes of fame. But Willie Randolph does have a card in the set, so if you wanted to plug him in and see what might have happened had he played, you are able to do that. So these On Deck Baseball Playoff Replay, On Deck Baseball Pro Playoff Replay sets are pretty cool. So we're going to do a game today using On Deck Baseball Pro Playoff Replay. I'm excited about it, and not just because it's my birthday, but also because it's my birthday, and because, of course, I have a refreshing beverage. In fact, on my coffee mug is one of the players carded in this set. It's all connected, my friends. It's just, there is no off position on the Genius Switch, okay? All right. So let's talk about the teams that are going to do battle this morning in the first part of my day-night birthday doubleheader. But before we talk about the teams, I should mention that the On Deck Baseball Pro can be purchased at the On Deck Baseball website. And I know what you're saying to me. You're saying, Kurt, what gives? Where is the On Deck Baseball website? Well, I've thought of that, my friends. The link is in the description for this video. So if you want to just tootle yourself over to the On Deck Baseball website, you can do that at your leisure, but not before completely viewing this video, of course. Also in the description for this video is the link to channel membership. With channel membership, you get access to exclusive members-only video content. You get discounts on the secondary store, $10 off per set, $2 off per individual team, and a free gift from me every month. You cannot beat this value with a stick, my friends. You'll be glad you did. All right, now let's talk teams in today's game. All right, so to do a playoff game, as we talked about in the opening, with the real rosters, the as-played lineups, we're going to do one this morning. It is October 15th, 1986. We're doing a replay of Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. We're at Fenway Park for the Game 7 between the California Angels and the Boston Red Sox. Here is the Angels starting lineup for today for manager Gene Mauch. And first, it would help if I actually had the right guys. Here we go. There we are. All right. Leading off in right field, it's Rupert Jones. Batting second at second base, Rob Wilfong. Batting third and left field, Brian Downing. Batting fourth, the DH, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Doug DeCinces. Batting sixth, shortstop, Dick Schofield. Batting seventh, center fielder, Gary Pettis. Batting eighth, first baseman, Bobby Grich. Batting ninth, catcher, Bob Boone. And on the mound, it's John Candelaria. 1986, John Candelaria was 10-2 with a 2.55 earned run average. One theme of this game is that the Angel rookie, Wally Joyner, their rookie first baseman, who was such an important part of their division win, excuse me, was in the hospital and not available for this game. All right. So I won't be using him either, but I will tell you that he is carded. So he is available as part of the team, but I'm not going to use him in this game because he was sick. For the Red Sox, Wade Boggs leads off at third. Marty Barrett bats second at second base. Bill Buckner bats third at first base. Jim Rice bats fourth. He's in left. Well, looks like I got to grab Don Baylor out of my stack here. Here he is. Don Baylor bats fifth. He's the DH. Dwight Evans bats sixth. He's in right. Rich Gedman bats seventh. He's the catcher. Dave Henderson bats eighth. He's in center. Spike Owen bats ninth. He is the shortstop. Roger Clemens is on the mound in this game. In 1986, 24-4 with a 2.48 earned run average. All right, so we're ready to go in Boston. And we're using these dice. The green die will be the confrontation die. And we'll use the red and the blue dice for the matrix read. And I think that's all we need. We're ready to go. Rupert Jones against Roger Clemens. And this will be on Rupert Jones' card. We have a 73. And that is a fly ball that is hit to right field. Dwight Evans is under it. And he makes the catch for out number one. We're underway. Game 7. Rob Wilfong comes to the plate. Clemens kicks and deals. This is on Clemens' card. It's a 53, and it's hit on the ground by Wilfong. Rob Wilfong gets a piece of it. It is grounded to first base. That's Bill Buckner. He flips to Clemens covering, and there are two away in the Angel first. Now Brian Downing comes to the... Brian Downing comes to the plate. And Reggie Jackson would be next. The delivery from Clemens is on Rogers' card. It's a 3-8. Downing gets a piece of it. It's hit to second. Marty Barrett to his left, gloves it, flips to Bill Buckner, and the Angels are retired in the first. 1, 2, 3. Bottom of the first coming, John Candelaria will face Boggs, Barrett, and Buckner. For John McNamara's Red Sox, here we go to Boggs. This will be on Candelaria's card. It's a 72, and that's a fly ball for Wade Boggs. To center field, not deep. Gary Pettis is there, and he's got it for out number 1. Marty Barrett comes to the plate. John Candelaria slings it home, and Barrett swings and hits a fly ball. This is to left field. Brian Downing coming on, and he's got it for out number 2. And with nobody aboard, here's Bill Buckner. Candelaria deals. This is on Candelaria's card. It is an 87, and that's going to be a base hit for Bill Buckner. It goes to left field. Buckner takes him the other way. Brian Downing collects it and throws it back in. Jim Rice will come to the plate. Candelaria sets and deals to Rice. This is on Rice's card, and it's trouble. Drilled by Rice. It's going to be an extra base hit to right field. Let's see what they want to do here. Bill Buckner's going to stop at third. There's 2 in scoring position now with 2 outs for Don Baylor. Candelaria in a first inning jam. The stretch and the delivery to Baylor. This will be on Don's card. Or is it? -4. Yes, it'll be on Baylor's card. It's a 79, and that's going to be drilled by Baylor, and it's going to get off the monster. Downing takes it on a hop off the wall. Buckner scores. Rice around third. He will score, and it's a 2-run double for Don Baylor, and it's 2-0 Red Sox. All right, here's Dwight Evans. Candelaria the stretch. The pitch to Evans is on Candelaria's card. It's hit on the ground by Evans. It's to short. Dick Schofield is up with it, and he fires to Bobby Grich at first, and the Red Sox are done in the first, but they get 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1, and after an inning, it's the Red Sox 2 and the Angels 0. Roger Clemens in the second inning will face Reggie Jackson, Doug DeCinces, and Dick Schofield. Here's the delivery by Clemens. And this will be on Reggie's card. A 71 is going to be an error check. And it's a walk, so it's not an error check. So we're going to give Reggie a walk on that one. Here's DeCinces. Clemens kicks and deals. This is on DeCinces' card. A 5-9 is going to be a base hit. It goes to left field. Reggie will stop at second with the play in front of him. The Angels have 2 base runners on. Here's Dick Schofield. And I think I know exactly what Gene Mauch would do in this situation. With 2 on, he's got the tying runs aboard. And I think he gives Schofield the bunt sign right here. Dick Schofield's bunt rating is a 3, so let's see what happens here. It's a 4. We got our bunt chart. Batter bunts the ball down the third base line toward Wade Boggs. He fields the ball cleanly and has a choice of play on any runner or batter. For corresponding offensive player play out on sack, well, I think they're going to take it on Schofield at first. They're going to take the sure out here. Or what looks like the sure. Yeah, it's a better chance to get him. Wade Boggs' defense is a 4. So we're going to roll on here. Anything but a 7, 8, or 9. They get Schofield at first, and they don't get him. They're going to give Schofield a bunt single, and the bases are loaded for Gary Pettis. Well, sometimes a sacrifice works out pretty well. And right there it did. Schofield reaches on the bunt. Here's Pettis. Infield is back for the Angels. Pettis a good bunter, but they're not going to squeeze right now. Clemens the stretch. And the pitch to Gary Pettis. This is going to be on Clemens' card. A 48 is hit on the ground. Well, now they've got some interesting choices to make here. This is to short. All right. So what they're going to do, Spike Owens' defense is a 5. They're going to try and make a play at second on DeCinces. So we look at Doug's card and roll a D10. Oh, they got him. So they got him. We don't even have to roll. There's no chance of him being safe. Now, getting Pettis at first is going to be a little bit different story. So they might be able to double him. Barrett, we got to check Marty Barrett's fielding rating. He is a 3. So a 7 through 10, and they do double Pettis. They don't get him. Pettis beats the rap at first. So Pettis hits the ball to Owen, who gloves it. Oh, excuse me. They were going for Schofield. Yeah, Schofield they got a good chance at as well. And they get him. So it's a 6-4 put out on Schofield. Pettis safe at first. DeCinces goes to third. And Reggie scores on all that action. So there's Angels at the corners now for Gritch. And 1 out. It's 2-1 Red Sox. Clemens still in a jam here. Bob Boone on deck. The stretch by Roger, and the delivery is strike 3. Got him on a bender, and that's Clemens' first strikeout. He picked a good time for it. Here's Boone. 2 outs. DeCinces at third, Pettis at first. I could send Pettis, get him into scoring position here. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Let's see what Rogers' hold rating is. Yeah, he's a 2 to get the jump. Let's see what happens here. He gets the jump. He does get the jump, and he's going. Now, to steal second. Pettis is a 5. And Gedman is a 4 throwing. See if they get him. They got him at second. Gedman fires down and gets Pettis trying to steal. So the Angels settle for a run on 2 hits. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the second. We had a good game. It's 2-1 Red Sox. Gedman, Henderson, and Owen coming up against John Candelaria. Gedman, of course, platooned for the 86 season with Mark Sullivan. And if you saw Mark Sullivan play, you know why Gedman was playing against the left-hander Candelaria here in this game. Candelaria kicks and deals. This is on Gedman's card. No, it's not. It's on Candelaria's card. It's a base hit for Rich Gedman. Leading off the bottom of the second. Goes to right field. Dead pull hitter anyway. Rupert Jones collects it and throws it back in, and that'll bring up Henderson. Hendu. Candelaria the stretch and the pitch to Dave Henderson. This is on Henderson's card, and it's hit on the ground by Dave Henderson. It goes to Schofield at short. Dick Schofield's fielding rating is a 4. They're going to try and get Gedman at second, first of all. And they do. Schofield goes to Wilfong for 1. Now, Wilfong pivots and fires to Gritch. Wilfong's defense is a 3. They're trying to get Henderson at first base, and they got him. It's a 6-4-3 rally-killing, soul-crushing double play turned by the Angels, and that'll bring up Owen with nobody on base. Candelaria winds and deals. This will be on Spike's. No, it won't. It'll be on Candelaria, and he struck him out. He made him look sick. That's 3 out in the bottom of the second. The Red Sox are scoreless in the second. We've played 2. We got a good one. It's Game 7 of the 1986 American League Championship Series. And the Red Sox lead it 2-1. Boone, Jones, and Wilfong coming up in the third. Bob Boone up there against Clemens. Roger kicks and deals. This is a fly ball for Bob Boone. It's hit to center field. Dave Henderson under it, and he's got it for out number 1. Now Rupert Jones. Gene Mauch was platooning all over the place in 86, and it worked. Rupert Jones was part of that. Clemens kicks and deals to Rupert. This is going to be on Jones' card. It's a 10-8. That's going to be extra bases. Goes down to that right field corner. Dwight Evans got to dig it out of there. Rupert around first. He'll cruise into second with a 1-out double. Rob Wilfong comes to the plate. Clemens the stretch. Checks Jones. The pitch home. Beyond Clemens' card. It's hit by Wilfong. He gets a piece of it and nubs it down to first. This is to Buckner. He's going to flip to Clemens covering. Jones gets to third with 2 outs, and now Downing will bat. Chance to tie the game. The tying run is only 90 feet away for the Angels. Roger Clemens, the stretch and the delivery to Downing. Reggie Jackson would be next. The delivery to Downing is hit on the ground by the Angel left fielder. It goes to short. This is Spike Owen. He fires to Buckner. And the Angels are done in the third. They get a hit, and they leave him. We've played 2.5, and it's Boston 2, California 1. Top of the order coming in the third for John McNamara's Red Sox. Candelaria will face Boggs, Barrett, and Buckner. Candelaria kicks and deals. This is on Boggs' card. It's a 75. That's going to be ball 4. A leadoff walk to the leadoff batter for the Red Sox. Marty Barrett comes up now. I'm going to have him bunt. Try and get another run. You would think getting this Clemens card enough of a lead would be a priority, so I'm going to do it here. Candelaria the stretch, the pitch to Barrett. He does square to bunt. He bunts it right back to Candelaria. He fields it cleanly. He's got a choice of any player. Well, let's see. He's got Boggs. His defense is a 5. Yeah, he's going for Boggs. He turns and fires to second. They get him. Barrett safe on the fielder's choice. Boggs retired 1-6 on the force out, so that didn't work. Bill Buckner comes up now. Barrett at first, 1 out. John Candelaria the stretch, the pitch to Buckner. This will be on Buckner's card, and it's trouble. It's ball 4. So Buckner draws a walk. Candelaria having some third inning control trouble. Here's Jim Rice. Huge double play target if he hits it on the ground. Candelaria the stretch and the pitch to Rice. This will be on Candelaria's card. A 78 is a base hit for Jim Rice. It goes to left field. Barrett will stop at third. The bases are loaded for Don Baylor. Well, do you start the bullpen? I think you do. Don Sutton's going to start to throw. He came in this game. It was a blowout win for the Red Sox in real life, or as the kids like to say, IRL. But he's going to start throwing here. Baylor drove in the Red Sox runs in the first with a double. He's up there now with 1 out and the bases dripping. Candelaria the stretch, the delivery, and this is on Baylor's card. Hey, struck him out. Candelaria pumps the fastball. There are 2 down now in the bottom of the third, and maybe an even more dangerous hitter. Dwight Evans comes to the plate. All right, let's see what happens here. Sutton's not ready. Candelaria the stretch, the pitch to Evans. This is on Candelaria's card, and it's a fly ball off Evans' bat. It's hit to center. Pettis back a few steps, but there's plenty of room in center field at Fenway. He's got it for out number 3. In the third, the Red Sox load the bases. 1 hit. They got some walks, but they didn't get any runs. We go to the fourth, and it's Boston 2, California 1. Clemens will face Jackson DeCinces and Schofield in the California fourth. Hope you're enjoying my birthday. This is On Deck Baseball Pro, and the website is in the description for this video. This is playoff replay set number 1. It's got the 1961 World Series teams, the 86 American and National League Championship Series, all the playoff rosters. You can replay them to your heart's content, and that's what we're doing today. It's October 15th, 1986. So Clemens facing Reggie. Reggie walked and scored back in the second. Clemens winds and deals. This is on Clemens' card, and it's hit by Reggie. Reggie gets a piece of it. It's grounded to Barrett at second. Marty gloves it, throws to Buckner, and there's 1 away in the Angel fourth. Now it's Doug DeCinces. Doug is 1 for 1. Clemens winds and deals. This is on Rogers' card. And a line drive off DeCinces' bat. Caught by a leaping Spike Owen. Ticketed for left field, but Owen said not today. Here's Dick Schofield. He's 1 for 1. Clemens winds and deals. Schofield hits it on the ground. This one goes to Spike Owen at short. He fires to Bill Buckner. And the side is retired 1-2-3 in the Angel fourth. We go to the bottom of 4, and it's Boston 2, California 1. We got a good game in Game 7. Unlike real life, it was kind of a snooze job. But you never know what you're going to get. Here's Gedman, Henderson, and Owen, the bottom third of John McNamara's order coming up here in the bottom of the 4th. Candelaria kicks and deals. This will be on Candelaria's card. And Gedman swings. Rolls this one toward first. It's Bobby Gritch. He's going to take it to the bag unassisted for out number 1. Dave Henderson comes to the plate. Hit into a double play in the 2nd. The pitch from Candelaria is going to be strike 3 looking. He made him look bad on that one. Painted the corner. 3rd strikeout for the Candy Man. Here's Spike Owen. Candelaria winds and deals to Owen. This is on Candelaria's card. Owen swings and rolls it toward Wilfong at 2nd. Rob charges and throws to Gritch at 1st, and the side is retired in the 4th. A 1-2-3 inning for both pitchers in the 4th. We go to the 5th, and it's Boston 2, California 1. Roger Clemens will face the bottom third of the Angel order in the top of the 5th. It's Pettis, Gritch, and Boone coming up. Roger Clemens kicks and deals. This is on Roger's card. Yes, it is. And he struck out Pettis. Not that was that difficult to do, because Gary struck out quite a bit. 2nd strikeout for Roger in the game. 1 gone in the top of the 5th. Here's Gritch. Clemens kicks and deals to Bobby Gritch. This is Clemens' card. It's swung on by Gritch and hit to left. Jim Rice back a few steps in front of the track. He's got it for out number 2. Bob Boone comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Clemens kicks and deals. Bob Boone swings and hits it on the ground. It goes to Spike Owen at short. Spike charges, throws on the run, and they get Boone by 14 steps at first base. Hey, we're halfway through this one with your score. Boston 2 and California 1. Now, we had 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings, so Roger's going to get a bump. We are going to have to do a stamina check next inning, but before we do that, Roger gets his bump. He goes up as a result of having 2 1-2-3 innings in a row. He goes up to a -5 against lefties and up to a -6 against righties. He's actually retired 8 in a row. Not that matters for the game mechanic, but it is interesting. Top of the order coming for the Red Sox. Now Candelaria is going for his second 1-2 throw. We got to roll for stamina here. John's endurance is only 4 innings. So let's see. We're on his fatigue chart. We're going to roll our D10. No change. So he's all right for now. And like I said, he's going for that second 1-2-3 inning. Candelaria kicks and deals. This will be on Candelaria's card. And a base hit for Wade Boggs. It goes to center field, right back through the box. Gary Pettis collects it and throws it back in. I'll bring up Barrett. Candelaria, the stretch, the pitch to Marty Barrett, who's 0 for 2. It's on Candelaria's card. It's a fly ball hit by Marty to left field. Brian Downing in 2 steps. He's got it for out number 1. Boggs retreats to first, and here's Bill Buckner. On deck is Jim Rice. All right, Candelaria sets. He checks Boggs at first. The delivery is Candelaria's card. It's swung on by Buckner. It is hit to second. Chance for 2. Rob Wilfong's a 3. Let's see if they can get Marty Barrett going for second. They don't get him. Now Schofield's going to do the return throw to first. And he is a 4. See if they get Buckner. They do at first. So Boggs is retired. Or Boggs is safe at second. Buckner's retired 4-6-3 on the putout. There's 2 outs now for Rice. Chance to drive in an insurance run here, or as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. Candelaria the stretch, the delivery. This is going to be on Rice's card. It's an 84 that's hit on the ground. Rolled toward Dick Schofield. He's up with it. Fires to Gritch, and the Red Sox are done in the 5th. After 5 complete, the Red Sox 2 and the Angels 1. Now we're going to roll for Clemens' fatigue here. His stamina number is 5, so after the 5th inning, we roll in his first column, and he loses 1. But he actually gained 1 due to the 2-1-2-3, so he goes back to where he was before, which is -4 and -5. Top of the order coming to face Roger in the 6th. Rupert Jones, Rob Wilfong, and Brian Downing. Yeah. All right, here we go. Rupert Jones. Roger Clemens deals to him. It's on Roger's card, a 47. Hey, got a piece of it. Jones rolls it toward third. He sawed him off. Boggs in a step, gloves it, fires to Buckner, and they get Rupert Jones by a step at first. Here's Rob Wilfong. Rob is 0 for 2, the pitch. Clemens' card. Wilfong drills it. This goes to right field into the gap. Wilfong around first, going to second with a 1-out double. He's the tying run. Here's Brian Downing. Clemens the stretch. The pitch to Downing. It's on Clemens' card, but it is a base hit for Brian Downing. Wilfong with a late break. Henderson charges it in good shape and gets the throw in. Wilfong stops at third. Downing is on at first. There's Angels at the corners and only 1 out for Reggie Jackson. Golden opportunity for Gene Mauch and the boys to at least tie this game. Reggie's 0 for 1. Clemens in a jam. The infield is back. The stretch and the delivery is strike 3, swinging. He got him with the high cheese. That's strikeout number 3 for Roger. And it brings up Doug DeCinces, needing a 2-out hit to tie this game. Clemens, the stretch, the pitch to Doug, is swung on by DeCinces and hit on the ground to Barrett at second. Marty throws to Buckner, and the side is retired in the 6th. Clemens gets into and out of a jam in the 6th. We've played 5.5. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Angels 1. Candelaria now. We're going to roll for his stamina again. This is his second. Oh, and he's going to lose 1. So he goes down to a -4 against lefties and a -3 against righties. He'll face Baylor, Evans, and Gedman in the 6th inning. Action going in that Angel bullpen, just in case this is near the end of the line for John Candelaria. So it's going to be Doug Corbett and Gary Lucas. Lefty-righty, double-barreled action, just the way Gene Mauch likes it whenever he's in Beantown. Candelaria will face Baylor, Evans, and Gedman. 5, 6, 7 in the Red Sox lineup here in the 6th. 2-1 Red Sox. Good game. Candelaria kicks and deals. On John's card, and it's trouble. This is going to be swung on by Baylor and lined to left for a base hit. Brian Downing collects it and throws it back in. The Red Sox have a leadoff base runner. Dwight Evans comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Candelaria the stretch. This might be Candelaria's last batter. The stretch and the delivery to Evans. Candelaria's card, a 36, is hit on the ground by Evans. This goes to short. No, it doesn't. It goes to first. Excuse me. Bobby Grich. How do they want to do this? How do they want to do this? Grich is a -4. They're going to try and get the lead runner. Baylor going to second. And anything but an 8, and they're going to get Baylor. They got Baylor. Now the return throw for Evans. Schofield's a 4. 7, 8, or 9. He beats it. He doesn't beat it. Grich goes to Schofield for 1. The throwback to Grich is in time for a rally-killing, soul-crushing 3-6-3 double play turn by the Angels. Gets John Candelaria out of a potential mess. There's 2 gone now, and Rich Gedman comes to the plate. Candelaria, helped by his defense. Second double play for the Angels in the game. Candelaria the windup and the delivery to Gedman. This is swung on by Gedman and hit in the air to center. Pettis pounds the glove and takes it for out number 3. We go to the 7th. Good game. Boston 2, California 1. Here come the Angels. We'll do a fatigue check for Clemens first. This is his second inning of fatigue potentially. He goes down 1. It's to -3 and -4. That's going to get the Boston bullpen going. And that will be Joe Sambito and Bob Stanley, the steamer. Lefty-righty double-barreled action for the Red Sox. Just the way John McNamara likes it. So both managers have it going on here. Schofield's 1 for 2. He's up there now. We're in the top of the 7th. Roger Clemens deals to the Angels shortstop. He lost 1, so he's down to -4. -4, that's a 2. So it's going to be on Schofield's card. And this is a fly ball hit by Dick Schofield to left field. Jim Rice by the foul line is going to make the catch for out number 1. Gary Pettis comes to the plate. Bobby Grich on deck. The wind and the delivery by Clemens. Pettis swings and misses for strike 3. Number 4 for Clemens on a bender. There's 2 on now for Bobby Grich. Bobby's 0 for 2. Clemens kicks and deals to Grich. This is on Clemens' card, and he blows Grich away with the cheese. 5 strikeouts for Clemens. It's time to stretch them out in Boston with your score, the Red Sox 2 and the Angels 1. Candelaria, I think they're going to call it a day for him and bring on the right-hander Corbett. John Candelaria goes 6 innings. He allows 7 hits. He walks 2 batters. He strikes out 3 and allows 2 runs. They're both earned. He's on the hook for the loss unless the Angels can rally. Doug Corbett, at one point in his career, was a closer, not in '86. Good season, though. He was 4-2 with a 3.66 ERA, and he did have 10 saves helping out in the bullpen. He's going to face Henderson, Owen, and Boggs, 8-9-1 in John McNamara's order. He is a -4 and a -3. Here we go. Henderson at the plate. The delivery from Corbett is going to be on Corbett's card. It's a fly ball hit by Henderson to center. Gary Pettis in left center in the shadow of the monster makes the catch for out number 1. Spike Owen comes to the plate. Wade Boggs is on deck. Spike is 0 for 2. Corbett deals to him. This is on Spike's card. It's a 74 to ground ball. Hit to short. Schofield up with it. Throws to Gritch, and there's 2 away in the Boston 7th. It'll bring up Boggs with nobody on base. Marty Barrett would be next. Wade Boggs has been on twice, once by a hit, once by a walk. The pitch from Corbett. This is on Doug's card. A 38 is hit on the ground by Boggs. To second, Wilfong throws to Gritch, and it's a 1-2-3 7th inning for Doug Corbett. We go to the 8th, getting late. Your score is Boston 2, California 1. We're going to start with our fatigue check for Clemens. He's on his 3rd column now, 3rd inning post-fatigue. He gets a 2. He loses another one. He's down to -2 and -3. In the bullpen, Stanley and Zambito throwing for the Red Sox. In the bullpen for the Angels, Donnie Moore has joined Gary Lucas. And we're going to get a pinch hitter to lead off the 8th inning for California, Jack Howell. Gene Mauch's number 1 left-handed pinch hitter is going to bat for Bob Boone to lead off the 8th. He will be followed by Rupert Jones and Rob Wilfong. So 3 lefties scheduled against Clemens here in the 8th. 2-1 Red Sox, top of the 8th, the pitch from Clemens. This will be on Howell's card. Jack swings and lifts this one to center field. Dave Henderson back to the track. He's got it for out number 1. Don't want to hit it to center unless you really got some juice. That triangle is where fly balls go to die. Here goes Rupert Jones. He's 1 for 3 now. Wilfong on deck. The pitch to Rupert is -2. That'll be on Jones' card. It's a 48. It's hit on the ground by Jones to first base. Bill Buckner flips to Clemens covering, and there's 2 down in the 8th. Rob Wilfong comes to the plate. He's 1 for 3. Clemens kicks and deals. This is on Wilfong's card, and it's a base hit for Rob Wilfong. It goes to right field. Evans collects it and throws it back in. The Angels have a 2-out base runner, and here's Downing. Sticking with Clemens. Downing 1 for 3. The stretch by Roger, the delivery. And this will be on Downing's card. It's a base hit. Goes to left field. Wilfong stops at second. No reason to make the 3rd out at third base. There's 2 on with 2 out for Reggie. And I think this is where you go to Zambito, and here comes John McNamara. So Clemens' day is done. After 7 2/3 innings, Roger allowed 7 hits. He walked 1. He struck out 5. He allowed 1 run so far. 2 more men are his responsibility on the base paths. Sambito is coming on. Now, joining the steamer, Bob Stanley in the Boston bullpen now is Calvin Schiraldi. And Sambito, I'll tell you about his 86. He was 4.84 ERA. He was 2-0, 12 saves, and a 4.84 ERA. Now, Gene Mauch has to decide if he's going to stick with Reggie here. On the bench, Joyner's in the hospital, but he's got George Hendrick. He can go to Hendrick here. But he's Reggie Jackson. I'm going to stick with Reggie. All right, here we go. The stretch by Sambito. He checks the runners. Wilfong at second, Downing at first. The delivery from Sambito to Reggie with the game on the line. This will be on Reggie's card. And a base hit for Reggie Jackson. This goes to left field. Now, Wilfong's got to slam on the brakes at third. The bases will be loaded. And that's going to bring up DeCinces. And here comes John McNamara. That's going to do it for Sambito. He wants the steamer. It's Bob Stanley. So Sambito faces Jackson, gives up the hit, and he is gone. Wilfong at third, Downing at second, Reggie at first, and Bob Stanley comes to the plate. Bob Stanley comes to the mound. Doug DeCinces comes to the plate. In 86, Stanley was 6-6 with a 368 earned run average. He was their primary closer before Calvin Schiraldi was called up in July. DeCinces is up there now. Bob Stanley, of course, threw a sinker, and that's what he's going to be dealing to DeCinces. The stretch by the steamer. The delivery. This is on Stanley's card. And he strikes out DeCinces to end the 8th inning. Yikes. DeCinces has left base runners all over the field in this game. But in the 8th, the Angels get nothing on 3 base hits. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and it's Boston 2, California 1. Doug Corbett is back out. He's got stamina of 2, so he's going to keep going without a fatigue roll. It's Barrett, Buckner, and Rice coming up in the Boston 8th. 2-1 Boston. Calvin Schiraldi getting ready for that 9th inning. The delivery from Corbett to Barrett is swung on by Marty, and this one is hit to left and deep. It's going to get off the wall. It's off the monster. Barrett comes around first and gets into second with a standing double. And here comes Bill Buckner, and that's going to do it for Doug Corbett. Here comes Gene Mauch. So Corbett is done after 1+ innings. It's going to be Gary Lucas, the left-handed short man for the 86 Angels. Lucas was 4-1 with a 3.15 ERA and a couple of saves. He's a -4 against a left-handed hitting Buckner, so that's why he's in there. Donnie Moore is firing in the California bullpen. Buckner at the plate, the stretch by Lucas, and the delivery to Billy Buck. This is on Buckner's card, and we're going to have an error check. And it's hit on the ground to, who is it? To DeCinces at third. Doug DeCinces is playing his primary position of third base, so we'll look on his top chart here. And we rolled a 9. He makes the play. Fires to Gritch, and Buckner is retired at first. Meanwhile, it was hit to third base, so Barrett has to hold at second. One out. Here's Rice. And here comes Gene Mauch. That's going to do it for Gary Lucas. It's going to be Donnie Moore. Donnie Moore was one of the best closers in the game in '86, and his season kind of got ruined by the Henderson home run in game number 5 in California, and along with his life, actually. He never really recovered. A very sad story. But in '86, he was 4-5 with a .297 earned run average and 21 saves. The problem was he was pitching with a very sore shoulder at this point in the season. So he's on fumes, but he is on to face Jim Rice. And he's got a -3 that he's bringing to the table. Don Baylor is on deck, the pitch. This is swung on by Rice. He checks his swing. That's ball 4. And Rice will go down to first. Now it's Baylor. So Boston now with 2 base runners and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Baylor at the plate. He's had a big day. Drove in the 2 runs that Boston currently enjoys, and he has a chance to drive in more right here. Dewey Evans is on deck. Donnie Moore is battling here. The stretch by Donnie and the delivery. This is on Donnie Moore's card, and it's a swung on by Baylor, and it's a fly ball to left field. Brian Downing coming in a few steps. He's got it for out number 2. Holding at second is Barrett, and here comes Dwight Evans. All right. Donnie Moore's big pitch in '86 was a split-fingered fastball. See if he can get Evans here. The stretch and the pitch to Dwight. This is going to be on Evans' card, and it's going to be trouble. It's a base hit for Evans. It goes to center field, and they are going to wave Marty Barrett. So let's see what happens here. Marty Barrett's speed is a 4. He's chugging around third. Now, Gary Pettis is in center. Gary Pettis, his throwing arm is a 3. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. All right. So, coming home, they are waving Marty Barrett. A 1, 4, 5, or 6, and they get Marty Barrett at the plate. They don't get him. He scores, and it's 3-1 Red Sox on an RBI single by Dwight Evans. Stopping at second is Rice. Here comes Rich Gedman. Donnie Moore trying to stop the bleeding. Gedman is 1 for 3. Donnie Moore, the stretch. The pitch to Gedman is going to be on Moore's card. And it's popped up. This wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. On the infield dirt, it's Rob Wilfong. He's got it for out number 3. But in the 8th, the Red Sox do indeed get that insurance that they talk about in Central Illinois. And we go to the 9th with your score. Boston 3 and California 1. We're going to get a new Boston pitcher. It's their playoff closer, Calvin Schiraldi. And he has taken over for the Steamer, who did his job in the 8th by striking out Doug DeCinces. In the 9th, it'll be Schofield, Pettis, and Gritch scheduled against Schiraldi. Schiraldi, a July call-up from the minor leagues. He was 4-2 with a 141 earned run average and 9 saves. He threw hard, fastball, and a slider. Here is Schofield, 1 for 3. Angels need 2 to stay alive, or the Red Sox are going to win the American League Championship of 1986. Schiraldi, wines and deals. This is on Schiraldi's card, and this is Trouble by Dick Schofield. It's a -5 on the power. Schofield's power is a 3 to left field, and gone for Schofield. A leadoff home run to start the 9th. It's a 3-2 ball game, and Calvin Schiraldi, well, swallowing hard on that mound. Some deep breaths for the Red Sox closer. We got a 3-2 game. Gary Pettis, 0 for 3. Gritch on deck. Schiraldi kicks and deals. This is on Calvin's card. Pettis hits a fly ball. This goes to left. Jim Rice under it and takes it for out number 1. Bobby Gritch is coming on now to bat, and on deck is the man that took over behind the plate after I pinch hit for Boone, and that is Jerry Narron. So Narron is on deck. Gritch at the plate. Angels only down by a run. It's Narron on deck. Schiraldi kicks and deals to Gritch. This is on Schiraldi's card. It's a ground ball hit by Bobby. It goes to third. Boggs to his left. Plants, throws to Buckner, and there's 2 away. All right. Jerry Narron becomes the last chance saloon for the Angels. On deck, Rupert Jones would be next. Schiraldi checks the sign from Gedman, deals to Narron. This is going to be on Schiraldi's card. It's a fly ball hit by Narron. To left and deep. Back goes Rice. Warning track. He's got it for out number 3. And the Red Sox win the American League Championship of 1986. Let's give you the totals on this one. For the homestanding and victorious American League champion 1986 Boston Red Sox, 3 runs, 9 base hits, and they committed no errors. The Angels, just 2 runs on 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 base hits, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher is Roger Clemens. The loss goes to John Candelaria, who deserved a better fate. Calvin Schiraldi gets the save. Going to give the MVP of the game to Clemens. He got the job done against a pretty tough Angel lineup. So this is On Deck Baseball Pro. This is what the box looks like if you order this set of cards. These are the teams that you get in the set. 86 Mets and Astros, 86 Angels and Red Sox, 61 Yankees and Reds. This is called Playoff Replay 1 on the website. And speaking of the website, the link to that is on the description for this video. You can just scroll down and you'll see the link. Also, on the description for this video is the link to channel membership. With channel membership, you get access to members only videos, discounts on the secondary store, and a free gift from me every month. Very important, all of your playoff lineups and rosters are here, so you can do a replay with the actual teams with this particular set. And there's lots more on the On Deck Baseball website. You'll see as well if you go there. All right, so your final from Fenway Park in Boston. It is October 15th, 1986. And the Red Sox have won Game 7 of the ALCS by a score of 3-2. Thank you for being with me. Hope you have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to come back at 6 p.m. tonight for Payoff Pitch Baseball on my channel. And don't forget to get yourself some cake. It's my birthday. Enjoy the cake. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.